From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, August the 16th, 2022. Israel's Defense Minister Benny Gantz spoke over the phone with his U.S. counterpart Lloyd Austin today. Gantz tweeted, "I spoke with the Secretary about a series of defense topics, including the measures required to prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. In our discussion of Operation Breaking Dawn, I thanked him once again for U.S. support for the replenishment of the life-saving Iron Dome." Gantz also said the two spoke about developments in Ukraine and about Israel's recent efforts to deliver humanitarian aid and protective gear. Gantz saying, "We expressed our commitment to continue our joint work and discussion in person." And staying with the defense minister, Gantz on Sunday announced his new running partners in Israel's next elections, creating a new party called Hamachaneh HaMamlachti, the state camp, also referred to as the National Unity Party, which Gantz will lead. The New Hope Party's Gideon Sa'ar will be in the number 2 spot behind Gantz, and in the number 3 spot, former IDF Chief of Staff Gadi Eisenkot, making his first foray into the world of politics. Today, Yamina member Matan Kahana also joined the camp. Well, just a little over a month since Israel and Turkey signed a civil aviation agreement, Ynet reports that Israeli Airlines may soon begin flying to Turkey once again, citing a senior official saying that final details are being worked out to allow Israeli carriers back in the country after a 15-year absence in possibly just a few weeks. Ties with Turkey have been greatly strained since the 2010 Mavi Marmara incident, but there have been a number of signs of warming of late, most noticeably in the recent visits of Israeli officials to Turkey, like President Isaac Herzog's official visit in March and Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who was still foreign minister when he visited Turkey in June. The JTA reports that a Dutch park, which bore the name of a mayor who betrayed the area's Jews, has been renamed. Then mayor of Hogeveen, Jetsu Chalma, cooperated with the Nazis after they invaded the Netherlands in 1940, giving over a list of the area's 250 Jews, who were then deported, most of whom to their deaths. Local news site Jonet said a historian from Hogeveen, Albert Metzelar, discovered the information a few years back and reported on it, and the municipality of the city did its own investigation to corroborate his findings, and then decided to rename the park, now called Radish Park, which translates simply to Municipal Park. The new name, with a temporary wooden nameplate, was unveiled last week, where the site said eventually a permanent sign will stand. A mural painted over 100 years ago in a synagogue in Vermont, hidden and forgotten for decades, now has a second life. The AP reports the Lost Mural, as it is called, was painted by Lithuanian artist Ben-Sion Black in the Eastern European Jewish folk art style, which was used on many wooden synagogues that were destroyed during the Holocaust. The work was hidden behind a false wall in the Chai Adam synagogue in Burlington for years, before it was carefully moved by the Lost Mural Project volunteer group in 2015, about 4/10 of a mile up the road to the Ohavei Tzedek synagogue, where it has been painstakingly restored for the last few years, and earlier this summer unveiled in its new revitalized condition in the synagogue's lobby. The work is considered an international treasure, and Ambassador of Lithuania to the U.S., Audra Plepite, who visited the mural earlier in the process, said that the preservation of this masterpiece is an encouraging example that it is possible to restore the memory of our past and bring communities and people together. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, August the 16th at 7 o'clock, the closing plenary from the American Jewish Committee's Global Forum of 2022. Abigail Pogrebin speaking with incoming CEO Ted Deutch, the challenges facing Jews in progressive spaces, and a final call to action from the CEO of the American Jewish Committee, David Harris. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Aryeh Green on L'chaim. At 10, Rabbi Avi Strausberg shares wisdom of the Torah and Talmud that can provide guidance during times of great uncertainty. And coming up next, it's the ILTV's Insider. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, August the 16th, 2022. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.